Anyway, here we are. These are 3 original Sun Blueline gauges. I've been collecting parts over the last couple years. This is one of them here. This is an NOS cup for these 2 5/8 gauges. All the pieces came in it. So one of these is NOS, 2 are gently used in excellent condition. And it's gonna look pretty cool. I mean, I just have this kind of, you know, a basic mock-up here. So nothing's set in stone quite yet. Of course, we have the Stewart Warner transistor tachometer that's functioning and works, pedestal tach, and now we're going to go for these sun gauges on the column. The reason why I'm putting them on the column is because they will not fit in the traditional area, which is down here below the radio and the ashtray and stuff. With a center console, this thing just doesn't, it's not going to make it. It's got to go way up under here to mount properly, and that's just not going to happen. I'd have to, you know, pull the console out, and I really don't want to do that. So we went for the column mount, which is definitely old school and period correct for the day 2 build. So I think I'm good with that. They even got this original sticker that came with the NOS stuff, which is pretty cool. And next thing we got to do is get things wired up. The oil pressure gauge is a wet line, so we got to set up the wet line for that. I'm going to use a copper line for that, I believe, and then the other 2 gauges are electric. I have all the supporting parts that are necessary, like, you know, the stent thing for the alternator, water temperature sending unit, the proper one. Sun gauge, the way they set up their sending units, it's a different signal than your standard sending unit. So what happens is if you try to use any other kind of sending unit, it won't function. The gauge is not going to work. It has to be a Sun sending unit, and that is very hard to come by. They're very expensive, but luckily I got one some years ago, and I'll be able to use that water temperature gauge. So we got to do a modification to the inside of this cup. Well, actually not the cup, but to the mount. We're going to open up the hole a little bit so that we can put a hollow nut in there. That was a thing back in the day. This is for like a tachometer, and it's a hollow nut. And that's what I'm going to pass the hard line through for this hollow nut. And that's an original hollow nut setup for a Sun tach. And we're going to go ahead and utilize that for the line for the oil pressure. But everything looks really cool. Can't wait to get it all set up. Even the band clamp is the original band clamp, like that, made in USA. Nothing, you know, imported here at all. I just have some painter's tape around this stuff so I don't scratch anything on mock-up. But we will have the proper band that goes underneath that, like a rubber gasket that goes underneath that worm gear band, so that everything is correct. Can't wait to get these things set up. I've been driving this car without proper gauges for way too long, and I can't wait till I get these going. All right, guys, drop a line. Tell me what you think. There she is, naked again, no column gauges. I'm going to take this thing out for a little spin. I guess I'll talk to you guys later with a new video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out for more day 2 mods on the '68 Camaro.